But Hard Rock Stadium has tweeted out all stadium parking is sold out. No day of parking will be available for the game. Fans without a prepaid parking pass are encouraged to use rideshare or a taxi or take Brightline. There you go.
Okay.
Where's Brightline let off around Hard Rock Stadium? Because I thought Brightline runs pretty far east, and the stadium's kind of west. How do you make that work?
You Uber over.
You take Brightline. Where's that? I think it's like Aventura Mall-ish, right? Solana. I think it's around there.
I think it's Gulfstream, actually. I think one of their parking spots.
Well, that's by Aventura Mall. That's by the mall.
Right. But I think it's actually in Gulfstream Park, where the Brightline leaves you around there, and then there's a lot where you can take an Uber that shuttles you over to Hard Rock Stadium.
Well, I don't think. Well, whatever. But take Brightline or take Uber. Get into that.
And Uber that shuttles. I don't know.
I don't know what you mean by Brightline drops you off in the Gulfstream Park.
Yeah, like it literally where the horses are racing. There's a parking lot, right? No,
are you saying that there's a Brightline shuttle stop at Gulfstream? Because they have shuttle stops all over the place. So, like, it would make sense for the Aventura, end of the Brightline to go to the mall, Gulfstream, etc. So I don't want to get it.
Get a ride share and go watch the game.
Yeah, you're not big on public transportation, are you, Solana?
I took the bus to and from high school every single day. The Killian Cat 204, mother bleeper. So I'm one with the people.
You're talking about you took school transportation?
No, I took the Killian Cat, the bus, the 104, the 204 every day up and down Kendall Drive.
Killian, though, is high school.
Is it? But right, I'm not understanding. Is it a school bus, like a yellow bus?
A public bus, like a public
Killian Cat.
Bus. It was called the Killian Cat because it went from 88th Street to 104th, which is also Killian. So forget the school. The school has nothing to do with it. I'm not talking about the school.
You said you took it to school.
Right, it's night school. I didn't go to Killian.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, it's named after a school. That's a school bus.
It's not. I mean, Killian is a school, but there's also an area called Killian.
Was it a short little bus and Eduardo told you that this is a public bus?
It was a public bus, and the best part,
a tiny little bus.
you pull the little cord and you hear "Stop requested."
Really? It plays that? I've never been on a public bus.
Solana, did it have tinted windows?
No.
Solana.
My man George, every day, I never forget, my man George, construction worker, smelled really bad. Every day I'd sit next to him. We talk about the heat every single day.
Wait, some construction worker named George befriended you on the school bus and waited for you every day?
It wasn't a school bus. This is like, how do I make myself any more clear?
Bus to hell. Sounds like a bus to therapy.
A public bus.
George ever walk you home?
Bus.
Did George walk you home once or twice?
Did George tell you to tell him all your problems? Did George have a pocket full of candy?
I'm one with the people, man. I love the bus.
Stranger danger.
Stranger danger.
Needed you to help him out, Jimmy. Monday Night Football tonight. This is a big week. We've got, obviously, Monday Night Football tonight with the Dolphins, which means an abbreviated show for us. Game Day Uncensored. And that's going to be an abbreviated Game Day Uncensored. Usually it's 4 hours, but it's going to be 2 hours tonight. Brendan Tobit, Omar Kelly, and Alejandro Solana from the Killian Creep. They will all take you up till 6. And then Solana will take you on. Was that your nickname, Killian Creep?
Just move on, all right? I don't want to do this anymore.
It's amazing how quickly I can get bogged down in something that I don't want to get bogged down in. Like, all I'm hearing internally is move on. There's so much to get to. Move on. And I can't. I hate myself. Like, I literally can't. I have such an issue that I can't let this go.
Because your BS meter goes off when Solana starts talking.
It does. That's what it is.
Yep.
I think that's what it is.
So what, you don't believe that I took public transportation to and from high school?
I feel like there's more to the story about George, the guy, and I feel like you don't really understand Gulfstream Park. I think somehow you think the train is, you think Gulfstream Park is the Polynesian and Brightline is the monorail. Like I feel like there's so many things I need to explain to you, and it all starts with George on the bus. He wasn't your friend, Solana.
George is doing a bid right now, 25 to 30.
But I want to move on. I'm having a tough time.
Tough time.
Anyway, Monday Night Football tonight, Heat tonight. There's our company holiday party tomorrow. We're all looking forward to that. It's at Funky Buddha Tap Room, so that'll be fun. Crowder takes the stand-up stage on Thursday. Hey. I don't know if people have been following on social media. Crowder has his first stand-up comedy engagement, and it's going to be at the Improv in Doral, which is also a Brightline stop inexplicably.
Miami,
out west.
MiamiImprov.com. Go get your ticket. Come have a good time.
Get your tickets Thursday night. I mean, the stories you will hear. Channing Crowder uncensored. I've heard his stories uncensored. They're a treat.
A lot of fun. There's a couple of them I've added. Some you haven't even heard. They're too bad.
And then Crowder's got the toy drive on Friday. We're going to do the show Friday from the Lester H. White Boys and Girls Club in Fort Lauderdale. We do this every year. And we're going to ask you, bring by toys, new unwrapped toys for very worthwhile kids in the Boys and Girls Club's purview. And so we will do the show there on Friday and hopefully collect a lot of toys. We do every year, and I would imagine this year will be no different. So
yes,
a lot to get to because the abbreviated show. We're off at 4:00 today. Tomorrow we're going to be at Hollywood Kia, and Javon Holland, tentatively is going to join us for both hours that we're on the air. We'll find out, but tentatively, Javon Holland tomorrow, 2 till 4 at Hollywood Kia. And then Crowder and I are going to leave, and Josh Appel will take over, and we're going to go to our company holiday party. So this is that time of year. This is that holiday time of year where schedules get bent a little bit and moods get happy, and it's just a fun time of year.
Hey, can I bring guests to the holiday party?
No.
What about Big Randy?
Oh, bring your dad for sure.
I can't go to a brewery. Randy's at the house. I'm going to a brewery, leaving Randy at the house. I can't do that.
I mean, I'm going to invite Javon tomorrow. I'm imagining that he'll look at me the way Solana should have looked at the Kendall Creep, the Killian Creep, whoever it was. How old were you?
I was a freshman and sophomore in high school, so like 15. 14,
you sat
15?
next to a construction worker every day on the bus?
Not every day, just most days. Every day. Yeah, every day.
Did he bring you
still remember his name, George.
George, yeah. Black dude, loved the Heat, loved the Dolphins. So I was workshopping my bits, over a decade ago.
Yeah,
with George.
He was workshopping something. He was workshopping your bits.
He's talking to his buddies at work. I got one on the bus.
This seems like a plant almost. It's too easy. Gets on with his book bag. Hi, George. Did you see Glenn Rice last night?
As long as you wear those khakis.
Yay. All right, you want to do headlines? We're going to talk with Mike Cugno. will obviously be at the Dolphins game tonight. This is going to be a big one. I'm looking forward to this. I love Monday Night Football. I love when my team's on Monday Night Football. Let's get, and there was a lot yesterday, obviously. Let's get headlines here with Alejandro Solana.
They're driven by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford. We know trucks. I'm just going to run through the weekend very quickly. The Panthers beat the Penguins Friday night, and they beat Columbus 5-2 yesterday. They're on a 3-game win streak. They're out on the road for 4 straight. Tomorrow night, it begins in Seattle. The Heat got blowed out by the Cavs on Friday night. They've lost 5 of their last 7. They do play tonight at the Charlotte Hornets, 7 p.m. Bam Adebayo still out.
Max Strus killing me. I had Max Strus over 14.5 points. I think he shot 2 for 17. Like, I mean, a guy should have flown over the total. He couldn't hit a bucket. Guy stinks. Guy stunk when he was here.
Oh, wow.
And let me tell you another thing. The refs in that Chiefs-Bills game, they stink. Cost me a 4-game parlay. 4-game parlay.
Hawk, the receiver can't line up in the secondary.
Let him know, ref. Let him know.
Oh, he needs to ask the ref, Hawk. And then I
real money riding on this, ref.
Hey, Tony. No, wait, Pat. Hey, Tony, back up a little bit, Tony. That's not how it works.
Hey, Kadarius. It's like at Disney World. Just back up behind that white line. It's real quick and casual. Hey, just back up behind that white line. Right? You go to TSA, waiting for the next attendant. Just stay behind there. Oh, okay. No big deal. Let me take a step back. Hey, Kadarius, step behind that white. Perfect. Easy. All of a sudden, I got another $600 in my account.
I'm torn on this because it did not affect the touchdown play. That was an amazing play.
It was one of the greatest plays you'll ever see.
But the rules are the rules, Hawk. How far are we going to let them go?
Well, when it's Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes and my money, let's turn a blind eye.
Canes Hoops, they got blown out by Colorado yesterday, 90-63, outscored in the second half by like 1,000 points.
That dropped me another parlay. I had the Panthers and the Canes. What was the third leg of that parlay? Panthers, Canes, and something else. Hit 2 of the 3, but Canes were never in that thing.
Hawk, you're going to be taking the public bus sitting next to George very soon.
I'm not taking it. I'm going to be driving it.
Leave him alone, George.
I'm going to be the guy that says, stop requested.
Stop requested. Canes women's hoops, they won Friday night over DePaul. They improved to 8-0. They're at Baylor, number 10 on Saturday. All right, so Dolphins tonight host the Titans. Javon Holland, Chris Brooks, Teron Armstead, all listed as questionable. Robert Hunt is out, and Jerome Baker over the weekend, he was placed on the IR. His agent, Drew Rosenhaus, did say that he should be back this year. He has to miss 4 games, so Buffalo week 18, if he's healthy enough, he'll be back for that, and then he'll be back, hopefully, for the Dolphins Super Bowl run.
There we go.
All
right. Magic number to clinch the AFC East is 3 wins or Buffalo losses. So if the Dolphins win 3 of their next 5, including tonight, they clinch the AFC East. If they win 2, but Buffalo loses 1, they clinch the AFC East.
Okay.
Lakers beat the Pacers to win the in-season tournament inaugural championship game. LeBron James named MVP. Anthony Davis balled. They popped champagne in the locker room. I'd love to know how you guys feel about that.
I mean, if they seeded it there, right? They didn't bring it in. So the league sends them to the champagne room after the game. There's goggles and champagne. What are you gonna do? I don't know. Like, I don't.
I take a couple pair home to my kids, the goggles, and I bring the best bottle of champagne to me and my wife's dinner. I'm not popping champagne for an in-season tournament.
The only thing is, it was in Vegas, so it's got a vibe other than a traditional game. It doesn't count in the standings. You know what I mean? It was a one-off game, you know? I was interested because I bet it. I did bet the Lakers -4.5. Solana had nailed it at the beginning of the week, and I waited for Saturday to roll around, and I bet the Lakers -4.5. That won. I also did a parlay of LeBron and Tyrese Halliburton. I think they were like both 28.5 points over. Tyrese Halliburton's worse than Max Strus. Guy stinks.
This guy stinks.
That guy stinks. I don't know what people are watching this year. I watched him Saturday night. The guy stinks.
I had LeBron over 25 points and the Lakers to win. LeBron had 20 points at the end of the third quarter. 20 points!
This was a lock.
Yeah.
I'm already celebrating. Like, I couldn't believe it. And then he finished with 24. There was a play where he got fouled, was headed to the free throw line, and they reviewed it for no reason.
It was unbelievable. And then they decide, take it out of bounds.
They overturned it. I couldn't believe it. It was the most obvious blocking foul, and they overturned it. LeBron at least hits one of those, and I push. Couldn't believe it. I got screwed.
Not even a push. It's a win. It becomes a single bet win.
Yeah. Incredible. And then Shohei Ohtani, the sports story of the weekend, $700 million over 10 years. I have like just factoids. We don't have time right now, but every factoid is crazier than the other one. Biggest contract in North American sports history.
Wild, man. I did see, though, I do have a friend who works at the Marlins. The Marlins made almost the same offer. They offered him $1 million a year for 700 years. And no state income tax. I mean, listen, I don't know. The guy just has a West Coast bias. Okay, have fun out there, Biggie. Or Tupac. I don't know. Whoever likes the West Coast.
It was Tupac.
Yeah, it's Tupac, Hawk. Biggie's from the East Coast.
No, whose side were you on, Hawk?
Oh, I was on the Houdini side.
Tonight, by the way, the Dolphins game is on ESPN. The other Monday Night Football game, Giants-Packers, I believe that's at MetLife. That'll be on Local 10.
Yeah.
Your weather from the Demesman and Dover Law Firm. Call them 866-954-MORE. YourAccidentAttorneys.com. Partly cloudy. It's going to get cold tonight. Lows will be in the 60s. Low 60s tonight in South Florida. That's your weather.
And I think it's going to get colder the next couple of days, too. I think there's like a legit cold front coming through.